What is going on, guys? Actually, Amoongus here. It is now 98 days until the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And as we give the Galar region its flowers one last time, the next Pokemon on our ranked redemption spotlight, it's going to be a minute before he shows himself in this battle, because this battle takes a lot of setup, because this Pokemon takes a lot of setup. But it's Stonjourner. A name that I can barely pronounce, much less even spell. You gotta kind of pronounce Stonjourner's name heavily, like the way that Chris Rock talked after he got smacked at the Oscars. Like, he went from A to I'm going to. And that's how you gotta say Stonjourner's name. You can't just you can't swag it out. You can't be like urban with it. You gotta be Stonjourner. You gotta say every letter of that. Matter of fact, he kind of is like Chris Rock. He's like Thick Rock. Anyway, that's a bad joke, but he is though. He got them legs for days. All right, but for real, we done baton passed a whole bunch of stuff around. If you ain't been keeping up with the way I had to set this up, we started Zapdos, we set up Sub, we went Blaziken, we set up Swords Dance, we got 2 speed boosts. Now we're back at the Zapdos because we know our Sub's about to get broke. And now, oh wait, no, one more thing, because we know we forced the switch here. We gotta set the Sub back up. And now, next turn we can go back. We can go to our boy Stonjourner with the super thick legs. Honestly, his legs are so thick, it's kind of awkward no matter what gender your Stonjourner is. Nobody even wants a girl with that thick legs. But you know, Stonjourner is supposed to be modeled after Stonehenge. It's kind of accurate. It's just a big giant thing that nobody asked for. Nobody knows what it does. Nobody knows why it's there. If it's supposed to have a hidden ability, just like Stonehenge, nobody knows what it is. This Pokemon really needs a hidden ability because its regular ability, I mean, it's completely useless in singles. This is a doubles only Pokemon, which is why it's so hard to pull off in singles, even though it's got decent stats. You would think, honestly, the Pokemon with base 125 attack and base 135 defense, when the speed's not the problem, the speed's base 70, it's decent. You think he'd be a lot better than what he is, but his move pool's terrible. His ability is non-existent in singles. He's just he's definitely a gimmick Pokemon. I don't know what else they were going for by making Stonjourner. He has a silly face and he's a silly Pokemon. I don't know. Maybe they were going to think of like a Frost Joiner and a Steel Joiner in as well. But they can't do a Giga Joiner. That's like a sex toy or something. That's not good. You can't have a Pokemon called Giga Joiner. So, catch y'all back up to the action. We finally got it off. We got the Sub, it broke. We Dynamaxed, we set up the Sand for some special defense. He only has base 20 special defense. And then the Tyranitar activated our weakness policy, making this a total wash. Like, Stonjourner's actually good right now. We're at +2 speed, +2 attack, +1 special defense from the Sand. Actually +2 because we also used Max Quake. Oh wait, that's +4 attack. Yeah, so all that. And then Stonjourner is good. Like, all that. It needs every bit of all that. That's why, like, I don't really use Baton Pass that much. But I kind of had to here. I also want to throw something out. You know, in the recording of this video, it took me a lot more tries to get the footage that I wanted to use for this video than it did with Ice Cube. And I just want to make a hot take towards the end of this video, because you are going to see me do some slick baton passing around this yarn real quick. But, like, is baton pass really that good? Is it really been worse? Like, is it really worse than some of the things like Beast Boost? And I know, like, I'm not going to include like Intrepid Sword in that, but even like Libero. I mean, baton pass is only really banned because of the couple things that exploit it. When you try to go outside of that box and just baton pass with random Pokemon, it's really not that easy. Things can go bad real quick because it's kind of like you gotta make sure they don't check either of your Pokemon in your chain. Or if you go back to my first game, I had to use 3 Pokemon in that chain. So Gyarados answered one, Duraludon walled another, and well, Gyarados also dealt with the Stonjourner. So, you know, you gotta watch the whole chain at once. I feel like it's a higher level of difficulty to pull off baton pass in Generation 8 than it was in previous generations, because the power curve has kind of caught up to it. But that's my hot take, you know. I just made some jokes and roasted Stonjourner and gave some hot takes because I want to give the man his flowers a little bit before we go on to Generation 9. And I'm actually recording this early.
Low battery.
I don't know if we're going to find out the name of the region tomorrow. I'm actually recording this on the 2nd. So, like, I'm kind of starting to regret that because I think there may be a lot of good info. But I guess we'll just catch up when we catch up. 98 days is what I'm saying for right now. So catch me in the next video. Until then, peace.